This new Harry Potter game is finally out, highly anticipated. This is fucking crazy. I'm playing as Hagrid. They got split screen in the game. Growing up in the era of the PlayStation 1 and 2, I never really thought as a young kid that a game like Hogwarts Legacy could ever exist. In fact, I thought that a Harry Potter game could only ever look like this.
Come on inside, Harry. Wipe your feet now.
Not actually even knowing what the evolution of gaming could look like in 15 to 20 years. Well, time has really flown by since then, and for the most part, games get bigger and better every year, with the exception of a few letdowns here and there. A stylish top hat? This is the best game ever. Game of the year. We're pretty used to seeing high-budget games that provide hundreds of hours worth of content and replayability. You know, Red Dead, Elden Ring, other games that I mention every other video. My absolute favorites. But the magic of Hogwarts Legacy, besides spamming Revelio to find all the hidden secrets everywhere.
Revelio. 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 Revelio.
Is that it holds a sense of sentimental value to me, and I'm sure many others playing the game right now. That's just the case for when you grew up loving something like this as a kid and now get to see it recreated at full scale in this game. A lot of kids gravitated towards Star Wars when they were young. I just liked Harry Potter for whatever reason. Getting captured by this game is something that I should have expected, especially if they pulled it off right. But for some reason, it didn't register until I actually started playing it.
That is crazy. It's Hogwarts, dude. I'm making it sound like I didn't know the school was gonna be in the game or something.
I mean, I watched these movies like 800 times on DVD back in the day, and it's hard to not love what this studio has put together. So faithful and recognizable in every aspect down to every small detail. Keep in mind, this is the first release from Portkey Games. Talk about a good first impression.
Wow!
This game was a big question mark when it was first announced a couple years ago. Could they actually do it? That was the question. Is there any way you can make a massive, open-world Harry Potter game the right way? Yes, they can.
What's this?
Oh! This place is gonna be fun to explore. Oh, it put me up in the painting. That is clever. That is clever. The game gives off an authentic vibe right away from even the character creator screen, where they let you play British Twink Simulator and create the cutest British boy or girl that you can think of. It's not the most customizable we've ever seen in a character creator, but it's still pretty in-depth. This is my character, Gerard. And after spending some time making your British kid, you are thrusted into a killer intro, followed by the lovely sorting ceremony, of course, to add more variety and provide some story differences depending on what house you get put into. I got put in Slytherin based off of my choices because I guess I'm cool or something. I'm actually not.
Slytherin!
My frame rate doesn't like my house. My frame rate is not a fan of... The castle itself is pretty ridiculous.
Ridiculous. Very good.
It's like room after room after room with very minimal loading screens, unless you're fast traveling, of course. Oh, what the hell? How many wings are there? Wait, this place is huge. There's wings of the school that I have yet to fully explore, even after being like 20 hours in. And the village of Hogsmeade on the outskirts of the school has lots of fun sights and sounds to offer and is quite enjoyable to look at as well.
I don't know if it's the shops or the people, but there's just something about Hogsmeade.
Oh yeah, and then there's like 85% of the rest of the map that I haven't seen yet. Game developers keep insisting on making their open worlds the size of countries nowadays, or numerous countries combined if we're talking Elden Ring. And I'm not going to complain about open world fatigue if they're going to continue to all be this engaging and this fun to explore. This game is certainly not Elden Ring. I don't think anything in at least the next 10 years will compete with that game in terms of mind-blowing scale, but this game doesn't need to be that. They capture the atmosphere so perfectly, and it is way bigger than I thought they can make a game set in the Harry Potter world. I'm playing this on medium to high graphics settings on PC, but it's one of those games that makes me want to spend $1 zillion on a new graphics card because my PC was certainly struggling a bit in certain areas. Hogsmeade! Incoming frame drops. And I'm sure this game looks even more ridiculous on a very, very high-end PC.
Ridiculous!
Now let's not ignore one of the most genuinely surprising aspects of this game that is actually addicting, the combat. It borrows aspects from several other games and pieces them together in a very satisfying way. Think about it like this: Mortal Kombat meets Dark Souls meets Spider-Man meets The Witcher 3. Now that's a game I want to play. Creating combos to juggle your enemies with various Harry Potter spells like it's fucking Scorpion versus Sub-Zero is something that I never knew I needed until I played this. You can also absolutely obliterate enemies every once in a while with a super ability, which is awesome, but it's a bit unsettling since you're like a preppy British teen. Feels a bit out of place murking all the other kids on campus, but it's still pretty sweet. Now there's also some wacky ass outfits in this game. Customization is off the charts. You can actually put on any piece of gear to get the stat benefits from it, and then change it to look like any other piece of gear that you have found prior. Thank God for this feature. I enjoy sticking to a cooler, more traditional look personally while playing. If you told me I had to walk around the whole game looking like this, I would say absolutely not. I would have to refund the video game. I've played this game quite a lot this past week. I've enjoyed the hell out of it, but something that I've seen neglected in several reviews that I watched is the soundtrack. Seems like you're right in the movies with every hallway that you walk down. Not to mention the little jingle that you hear when you grab a collectible. A nice little nod to the traditional theme, and it never gets old.
Revelio.
Last but not least, I have to mention the cast of characters.
Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippins, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Keanu Reeves is my teacher. All of the ones I have encountered so far are incredibly unique and interesting, which I was really hoping would be the case because you're going to be talking and watching cutscenes a lot in this. I played all of Dying Light 2. Talking to people in that game made me want to bash my head into the wall. I just skipped through like 98% of the conversations in that game, and every single time someone kept talking to me, I just wanted to go back to killing zombies. If you're a fan of the books, a fan of the movies, the big wins in this one outweigh some of the small negatives, such as a few samey side missions here and there and some of the slight performance issues that I've had. Even if you're not a fan and know nothing about Harry Potter, this game will certainly spark at least some level of interest. As someone who grew up really loving this stuff, it has me thinking again about a franchise that I haven't thought about in years and years. Absolute big W right here.
Well, go ahead, swish.
God damn it, my dad is calling me. He really ruined this cutscene.